Welcome back to the Daily Dean. I'm going to be talking about something very near and dear to my heart. Spoilers. Because we've all been there to some degree, hearing from somebody, oh, did you know Wolverine died in Infinity War? And you get upset because that's like, a part of the plot, something you weren't supposed to know, that just makes you upset. And rewinding back to that, Wolverine doesn't actually die in Infinity War. Wolverine isn't in Infinity War. So if you're trying to get into the MCU, which I highly recommend, don't worry about that. That's a fake spoiler. Now, actually about that person, right? That person who says this spoiler to you that, upsets you because you weren't supposed to know that. If you just take that moment to step back, we'll look at this from an outside perspective, okay? This person isn't worth your time. Not at all. You know why? Because they derive joy from making other people suffer. That kind of sad existence is not something that you nor I should get fussied up about. So instead of popping off, which you can justify, you can say, hey, that wasn't a really cool thing to do. I'm gonna knock your block off. Right? That's a justifiable feeling to have, and perfectly valid, because again, this person was in no place to share that spoiler. Take that step back and realize, should I really waste that energy on somebody who's I'm gonna be a little emotional here, meaningless life derives joy from making other people upset? No, you shouldn't. So instead of adding some attention to their, for lack of better words, trolling, let's not. They're unfulfilling. They don't add anything to your happiness. And if they don't have anything to add to your happiness, shoo them off, right? They're toxic. You don't need them. Now, after you deal with that, those emotions, you're going to feel a little, upset. You're going to continue feeling upset because as you wanted to see Infinity War or another TV show or another anime or another movie, whatever, right? Just media in general, you're going to be thinking about that to some degree as you're watching that movie. But here's my philosophy about it. There's still a journey to reach that point. And there's still an after effect after you reach that spoiled scene or a plot point or element. So if you instead realize this movie is an experience for me to reflect on, then it doesn't matter, how you see it. You're going to be reflecting on it as a whole after you're done seeing it, right? So, sure, you may have gotten this part, but there's still all this build-up reaching here to that point. And then there's how characters are affected by it, how things happen afterwards, how the world is affected by it. So, even if this part was spoiled, forget that. There's still a greater thing before and after it that you can derive even more happiness from, even if this plot point was missed or was spoiled. So, considering that, there's that whole taking it heuristically. I think holistically, right? Because a movie, along with other things, you can see. I love seeing analyses on Avatar: The Last Airbender and what people have to say about the characters and stuff. So even if I was spoiled about everything about the show, there's still things you can get from it after you're done viewing it that makes it valuable beyond just the surprise of, whoa, look at this plot point, or wow, look at this scene, or other stuff. Because related to that, you may not actually be purposefully spoiled. You may accidentally come over spoilers in your just day-to-day interneting, or not interneting. That's a weird verb. That's just on the web, right? Just reading things or on your phone or whatever, and you find this spoilered scene or this clip or this oh, I hate it when people put the things in the titles, oh, look at this cool thing for chapter number 258 or something. I'm like, why would you put that in the title? But anyways, if you do find something like that, just do remember. Oh, also, there's still the visuals that you can get from seeing this thing happen in action. Sure, you heard it, but there's still the visual thing, the stimulus that you are impacted by because of how beautiful or heartbreaking or shocking it looks, right? Being told, oh, this person gets impaled versus seeing the silhouette of their death or something like that. It's still impactful to you as a viewer because you haven't seen it before. But again, that doesn't apply if you got a visual spoiler, but that's something to consider, right? So that's all I gotta share for today on the Daily Dean. So, oh, no official outro, bye!